Yeah, Fiftisky, I am awake. As you can tell, I had some preoccupations, so I couldn't jump on an extra hour early, but I'm ready and I'm here for Advent of Code Day 5. There's the timer. Till the problem. By the way, you should come in on by. That's short notice. Yeah, we are ready to go. And after, we're probably gonna, well, depending on how interesting five's gonna be, we'll fiddle with that as long as we can, polish it up, clean it up, and then try and do my animation for day 4, which I can't show you because we're so close to the deadline. But feel free to also go check out Suda Mateo. Well, that is not working. Fellow Hunter Dever also doing Advent of Code right now as we speak. They're doing it in Go, and then they convert it to Rust. So if you want to go see those languages, there they are. But without further ado, with such a little warm up, here we go. Got my code here. Quokka's running. Input files ready. Here we go. Oh my goodness, this looks a little scary. Some weird crate game. Oh, I've seen this game. I don't know. Oh, what kind of input is this? Is this parsable? Okay, I see the logic. So we have an initial... Oh, okay, my brain's gonna have to work on this one. So it's a mapping and then a bunch of moves. Okay, I can parse that. I can parse that easily. Oh, great, indentation. Oh, it's painful. It's a vertical alignment. Okay, I might just hard code this. Figure this out. The giant cargo crate. Great, so I have to... Great, that's painful. Painful. What's the actual input look like? Great, all of this. And we're moving 2 from 4 to 2. So this is essentially 9 stacks. These are literal stacks moving 2 from 4 to 2. Wait, move 2 from 4 to 2. Wait, what are we moving? There are stacks of crate. 2 crate. Oh, that's quantity. That's an amount. Got it. Okay, I understand that. Move 2 from 4 to 2. So show me the example. Let's see. Second step, 1 from 2 to 1. So from 2 to 1, D goes over to the left. Good. Great. So moved 1 at a time. First ends up. Okay, so these are literal stacks. What's the next second? 3 from 1 to 3. So that's D and Z becomes Z and D. Okay, I understand it. I'm not writing a parser to handle all this. So I think I have to go on the real input though first. So const. Stacks isn't any. Congratulations, you just got manually updated. Then stacks is, we're just gonna do this with index. Put this in comments right here. Fix that indentation. Don't want to break that. Already broke it. What's the example? D's in the 2. Okay, so 1 is ZN. So 1, that's an array of Z. Help me, Copilot. And it's these are my stacks. There we go. 2 is MCD. I've already done this badly. And 3 is P. Great, that's my hard-coded one. Expected output. C and Z. What exactly is this output? Add quote, please. In the example, what's at the tops of every stack? Easy. Got that. Okay, great. So for const instruction of data split new line. Here we go. Const const count equals data dot split. I could have done regex on this, but it's move, then it's 1, then it's plus const origin equals data split the word from. Great. 2 digits, 1 digits. Plus will handle it either way, I believe. It's the friendly version. And then we have dest. It's data split 2, 0 plus good. Let's console log count orig dest. Great, lots of nans. Exactly what I wanted. I guess these do have to be parsents. Parentheses, parentheses. Great, 1 nan. Data split from needs to be indexed of 1, so does this. Great, so from, it's inst, not data. Nan. Great, I guess we gotta do, I messed up my trims here. There we go, extra lines everywhere. Great, nope, move, reorder this. Count, origin, dest. Count, origin, dest. 1, 2, 1. Hold on, let's output the instruction while we're here. Move 1 from 2 to 1. I'm maybe reading it wrong. Then it's 3, 1, 3. Okay, that is correct. Great, okay, now what we're going to do is for let I equal 0, I less than count, I plus plus. We want to do this x many times. Stacks destination push, stacks original pop. That is correct. Then we want to console log get top of all stacks. Tops equals stacks map, except it's not stack, so it's object.values. Stacks map stack length -1. There we go. We want to return hops.join with an empty string. Does that output correctly? It does. We got the green. Okay, now the second one's failing because I have to manually convert this to a stacks thing. I'll have to split on the double new line to get past that. That should get me only the instructions. Hit you with a .trim and cost stacks equals, put this in comments, manual. Ooh, it's gonna be a little painful. Can I multi-cursor magic my way through this? Grab values. One. Oh, are we gonna autocomplete? CSGB. That's right. That's just in the wrong order. I'll hit you with the reverse. Will you do this for me, Copilot? No, you won't. How bad would multi-cursor get me here? Select them all. Paste them here. Select the new lines. I have my characters in quotes, comma, quote, comma. This is going to take a few more times to do this. It's going to be painful, but it's probably quicker than actually parsing it. So, this is it. I mean, I know it passed, so now it's just the pain of getting this done. I hope part 2. Well, part 2 input should be the same, so I'll do this once, basically. Paste it here, indent, go to the previous one, grab the new line, there it is, home, quote, end quote, there. Hold on, let me watch my reverse, VN, or GV, yeah, so I have to do reverse on all of them. So 3, I'm almost, okay, I just goofed it, 3 is actually 4. Hey, I appreciate that, Madeline, yeah, we're going manual today for some reason. I could type this one manually. M U S. This one's not reversed. Oh man, this is gonna probably bite me in the butt. Top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top bottom to top. Now for 5. 5 is not gonna figure it out for me. Love you, code. The parser for this is going to be fun. 11 that. No, come on, give me my new line selector. Oh, come on, select the new line. There it is. End, home, comma, 5. And now 6. Woo! You know, maybe writing a parser for this wouldn't have been this long, but we're halfway there, I'd say. Select all the new lines again. End, home, comma, closing, reverse, 7, array, paste. I guess I'm getting faster at this. That's the one golden, one silver lining here. Reverse 9, yeah, and 8. I think they're only 9, so we're 1 away. Now, if it doesn't work, then we're gonna have a real problem, like with some pulling of too many or something, because I am not handling. You asked me to move more than already exists. And I did not use multi-cursor, but it's okay. And for the last one, whew. Lucky number 9. Come on down. Oh, what did I just do? Quote, quote, comma. Dot reverse. Congratulations. And now you get your stacks. Okay, that's an output. Moment of truth. No, I failed. Oh, this isn't good. Because it works on the test input. Uh-oh. Okay. Top of each stack. What if there is none at the top of each stack? Don't want to interact between the Stelicate, giant. Uh-oh, this is not what you want to see, folks. Okay, gotta read this. Hold on. The top of each stack. Okay, man, I could step through this. It would be a little painful, but the options, unless I lost an instruction. Let's see what the instructions were. Console log data, big console log. We can handle it though. We can handle it. Come on. Output 242697. 242697, and the last instruction 186. We have all the instructions, unless I've messed any of these stacks up. That's the manual coding part of this. Great. So CSGB, top to bottom, reverse it so it's bottom to top. GVN reverse, MQS, MNW reverse, PWG reverse, SHQ reverse, MQT. Whoa, SHQ 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Ah, great. User error. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 2 has 8. 4 5 6 7 8. 3 has 3. 1 has 4. 4 has 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 5 has 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Counting with Cookie Monster. 6 has 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. There we go. And you lost your C. That would throw everything off. Great. And then 1 2 3 4 5. 7 has 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 8 has 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And 9 has 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Give me the new output. Oh, come on. This seems similar though. Clipboard history? Nope, that's different. Ah, I had it, man. That's literally a typo. GG. Okay. Part 2. Crate Mover 9001. Oh no. Okay, great. So now they're able to move multiple at one. Still moved, but now it's crate C that gets moved. Wait, what did you just change 2 things? Crates begin at this, single becomes the same, and then you move DZN, it does not become reversed. Okay, great. So we slice and then we push all or do something like that. Great, so let's copy of solve 2, grab all these same inputs. I'll just copy the whole thing. Oh yeah, appreciate that, folks. That's a bit of a long message, so when we get to a spot to read. Oh no, I've broken code. Undo. What's in my clipboard? Assert. There we go. Yeah, I appreciate the follow there. Oompa I promise I will. I just think I can actually get close to this one. Solve 2. Great, explodes. Great, and now we need stacks. Do 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 do. So now we have this, and now we gotta do the fun start where we don't push all the pops. We want to basically get count off of top into new array. Const new array equals this. Yeah, essentially this, but instead of pushing to the destination, we new array push, and then finally stacks dash push, the reversal. Exactly. Thank you. MZD and MZD, or CD. I shouldn't be matching on that. MCD, correct. Gotta scroll for my input. And this. Oh, okay. Part 2. Actually, it seems like I got the same. Wow. So I was actually pretty on pace for part 2. Just, now I am going to be very curious. Okay, now I know the copy AI would probably parse this out beautifully, but I'm very curious to see what optimized cool parsers came out for this, folks. Yeah, there's part 1 and part 2. Oh, I appreciate that. Pogro. Yeah, it's not exactly an appropriate question there, Grow. Appreciate support, though. But yeah, Wade, I see what you meant. Like, don't read this. Yeah, I see that. How was my part 1 to part 2? Because I don't remember numbers. Do 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 do. Oh, okay. Now that has never really happened before. Almost exact same. Hey, it only took me like 2 minutes for that part 2. Nice. Yeah, it's very much a parsing problem for sure. I'm curious as heck to see how people parse this, but there it is. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. Again, I could not think. This is literally the one thing that slowed it all down. So yeah, I'm gonna commit this first, but I'm supposing the trick would be to find this line, get the index of all the numbers, and then traverse through all the previous lines, getting the character at that index. Which is the way at least I'm gonna write the parser once I get there. But yeah, appreciate you coming by, Madeline and Wade Ken and Fifth Disc and the rest of y'all. Let me get this commit in. Boop. Boop. Add 2022. Day 5 TypeScript. Solution. Ta-da-da-da. For all steps and everything. That typo too, probably only knocked 100 or so off. And I did think about going regex, and that might have saved me a little there. Yeah, all good. I will, please grow. I will. Okay, let's think of thoughts. So yeah, first we're just gonna, this optimizer is actually really simple to do. Don't worry about it ever. Oh, come on, that's part of the challenge. I mean, yeah. Well, it's an interesting challenge. I gotta take it up for sure. That's all good. That's good. I'll see you next when I see you then for sure. Yeah, stream ain't ended just yet. We're gonna try this code out. So const, we're gonna call this pros. But what is the actual story? Some crane operator, right? Some elf with a crane. Cargo crane. There we go. What are we doing here? move supplies. What an amazing story. Data string, and then we'll hardcode that away later. Boop. So const stacks. It's gonna be an array, which I'll get there eventually. But let's do the instructions for const instruction of data split the double new line 1.split and then the new lines. I'll regex this later. And then boop boop. Ba, 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 ba. Now there's one thing we're gonna make this a little abstract. That's going to be is 9001. And that's gonna be a boolean, because if it's 9001, then it's gonna do the part 2, otherwise it's gonna do the part 1. So this isn't too uncommon, but it's the first one we've done so far where basically it's so close that it's barely worth rewriting the whole thing. It's easier to write a conditional check in here for changing the behavior based on part 1 and part 2. If you scroll down to part 2, the literal only difference is about these 3 lines. So it's going to be if is 9001, then we're gonna, well, if it's not 9001, else, right here. So, boop. And yeah, we'll dry that out even more in a moment, but we ain't there yet. Move supplies, and then the last bit right here. Where is it? Here it is. We can, of course, return this directly. There we go. Okay, this seems good enough. Again, lots of more optimizations available. Turn, not plague, say, grain, move supplies. Yeah, so the actual problem of it, so the quote algorithm, whatever, is not at all. So it depends if you know what a stack is. So a stack has that, watch me get it wrong, first in, first out parameter. So these are essentially an array of stacks with these items in them. So initializing the stacks is the tedious thing that I chose to manually do, whoa dude. So this is how I did it. I just hard coded all of them. This took like 8 minutes to do, but it was, in my mind, quicker than writing a parser to turn this text into the other thing. So if you don't write the parser, this is an easy problem. 6 Caillou, I'd say. Write the parser, drops it down to a 5. Because just a nice little ASCII chart you gotta parse. So it's a little harder. Depends on how much of a challenge you want to give yourself. I am confident I am not the only one who decided to hard code it. But yeah, whoa, dude, thanks for coming on by. Yeah, I didn't mean to induce anxiety there. And again, I am actually curious. I'm going to look through a fair amount of solutions, even Suda Mateo's, to see if there was a easy parser my brain just don't know of. Oh, that's also not the input string. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, nope. Boop, boop. Ah. Oh, now here's the thing. I don't want to break the formatting. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is a little painful. Oh, yeah, whoa, dude. Yeah. I mean, like Leon says, day 1, most people should be able to accomplish. But from there on, everyone's going to hit their level at some point. And there ain't no shame in that, because competitive programming, especially like Advent of Codes, while we can give them a Caillou, they're not necessarily Code Wars or LeetCode things. They're a little bit more challenging than those. But yeah, for you, don't do the parser. That's most of the challenge. Again, extremely. I'm sure. Let's go peek at Pseudo Mateo. I'm gonna look at Pseudo Mateo real quick. See if they wrote a parser. Sorry, brain. To stack, from stack. Okay, I can't see that part of the code, but they're working on the moving of things right now. So they might have done the parser. I don't know. Let's find out. What's this CMZ? Oh, this is the original code. And let me grab me a good input. Oh. Here it is. Yoink. And paste. Ah, my goodness, formatting. And white space. There we go. Okay, now to implement my parser. Dun dun dun. So they are one index, so we're gonna make this a object because we're baddies. Now the first thing we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to get essentially this line. So we're gonna be another baddie. Or are we gonna be? Okay, so we're gonna find not the line that starts with a line that starts with space 1. Oh, what's up, Universal Lee? What are we waiting for? Are we refactoring? Yeah, we're on the refactor game now. We are on the refactor. Gonna polish this up a little bit. I did skip and not write the parser, so this is technically gonna be new code a little bit. Oh, did you miss it? It's okay, Universal. Hey, I cheated a little bit. I manually wrote, so this graph, I hard-coded this in. So that did not take as long. I mean, I imagine this took, it might have been quicker for me to write the parser than manually code this in with how long it took, but. Hey, okay, great minds think alike, I see. Although now looking at it, like, I don't know. I don't know. Did I make the right decision? I don't know. I typed them as strings in an array, then split the array. Yeah, the way I typed it was basically a hard-coded array, so I multi-cursor magic selected them, then was like 5, and then an array like this, and then I added strings to all of them. Was there a faster way that you found to multi-cursor magic it? Because I'm curious, I'm looking to improve better ways to do this. Because this took longer than I should have, but it still got me top 1,000, so not complaining. Yeah, I was scratching my head being like, what's an easy way to get this? But it's vertical and like, ah. That's what I did. Oh, actually, you can see my code. I don't have to tell you. Git push. Right there on my GitHub. Yeah, the raw version. Jump right to. I can literally show it to you. Ah, yeah. So how did you select all of them vertically and then get them to be horizontal? Was there some... I guess I assume you're using VS Code. You could be using anything, but did you just manually type them out? Like 8, G, D, C, Z, F, T, Q. Oh my goodness, that's so much quicker. No, don't say smile, sad face. That was so much quicker. Watch. 9. N, S, H, B, P, F. Okay, I wasted like 4 minutes doing that. Hey, I didn't parse it normally either, like I'm saying, but yeah, your way. I overthought it in the moment, went the wrong way, but that was... it's faster than what I was doing. I'll show you what I can when I feel horrible for what I typed out. Yeah, here's what I typed out. Bunch of arrays. I hit reverse. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hindsight 2020. It was easy for the short one. I was like, this is easy, and then it was a lot more. Should have just typed it, but That's alright, now we're parsing it. I mean, a bunch of other people quote cheated too, so I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, this parser, I'm definitely gonna be interested to see how everyone else figures this one out. Huh. So basically, I want to grab this line and get the length of it. I think I can do that. So const stack count. Now, are these actual? It seems to be always one index, so I don't need to worry about that. Although, no, they could be anything. So I need to find this whole string. Okay, so const raw stack equals data dot split. Double new line. You know, while we're here, raw stack, raw. Watch me spell the word instructions. Raw instructions. There we go. So you can go over and live your life over there. Now for raw stack, it's the last line which contains the indexes. So for const num of raw stack, yeah, we do want to do that. Const raw box crates, aren't they? Raw crates, and then does JavaScript allow this? I want to capture the last of the spread thingy. Guess these are indexes or are these labels? If these labels, what do they call them? Rearrangement procedure. Stack 1. Yeah, I'll call them indexes. Equals raw stack split new line. Okay, seeing significant lack of going. I have some parentheses off, it seems. There it is. Exactly, Universal Leo's interesting input. Aw, a rest element must be the last in a destructuring pattern. Well, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay, fine. Raw crates equals this, and then const raw index is equals raw crates dot pop. Aha. Okay, 2 lines. Now for this, I could hardcode this mathematically, but I want to be cool with this. Exactly. Yeah, that was That, I mean, this was more of a logical overlapping number sequence thing, which I imagine you could have Ankied and stuff, because this would come up, at least the core concept underneath this could come up during an interview, because I've seen leak codes like this of implement a scheduling program, but make sure people can't book times that someone else has already booked. So the core concept is actually something you might hit in an interview, but yeah, it's do you know it or can you figure it out? So for const, guess I want for const. So in theory, this won't take any 2 digits, but I like to write it cool. Yeah, I'll write it cool. So let's make raw indexes an example. Const raw indexes equals 1, 3, 4, 9, 50, 25. Because I want this to be, if I'm gonna make me write this, I want to write it well. There we go, and I want to get the indexes of the start of all these cool numbers. So can I just say a regex? I know, don't curse me. Regex split by a grouping of digit pluses globally. Filter the booleans. At this point, I don't think I need to do a split. I'm doing a match. All back to an array, because I do want the index information. That's the wrong symbol. There we go. We have the index. This is what I care about. It's the starting index of the number. And there we go. Okay, this is good. So we want to, guess we can reduce on this. Stacks. Okay, I only need the index during parsing, so I do not need to provide this information to the stack. So here we go for const. What was it? My goldfish just left the tank. So it's, and they all look the same. I guess it's the match and the thing, which I guess I don't need the grouping, do I? Yeah, no grouping needed. So it's the 0th. Oh boy, how does that work? I mean, I know how this works. I'm just curious how I'd index this. So for const match of this code right here. We love you, code. Get in there. Match. Hello. How would I destructure you? 0 value, and then what would this be? Index? Would that even work? Oh, that would work. What do you know? You can use, I mean, I guess everyone knew this, but you can use Anki has failed, but I don't know the name of this. Dynamic keys as a destructure from an array. Because they are keys, it makes sense. Can I just use 0? Oh, wow. Okay, my brain is learning all kinds of new things today. Ta-da! It's magic. Great, so now we want to say stacks. Hold on, my brain's loading. Value equals a new array. And then the fun part, we got to go through all of raw stack. We don't need to see every raw stack, just the one, good sire. And at this index, pull out the values. Now, which order would we like to do it? Because we will be using push. So we'll be doing it bottom to top. So it's a reverse loop on all of raw crates. I'm doing a pop, which means it would be a reverse loop. If I reverse this, it would be a shift, which, you know what, it's computationally little. Is it shift or unshift? Tell me. Okay, stop being angry about that and tell me. Whoops, that's reverse. Removes the first and returns it. Yep, it was shift. I guess I have to get rid of this now. Yeah, that example is a working. Okay, so let's look at raw stack again. Raw crates, actually, is what we care about. Lovely array of things, and it is from bottom to top. There we go, so my pushes will work correctly. They're not trimmed, so I will access it. Could do regex, but I ain't about to do regex. Access it at that index. Splitting until the closing thing. I do not watch them enough to know it. All I know is they fast. So that's create. I guess we want to do for const a line of raw crates. That's kind of what we want to do. Oh, we want to parse int from that position though. So line dot slice. Well, no, we don't want to parse int. I lied. What happens from the front? We shift everything over. What if we add to the front? Unshift. Oh. Yeah, I mean that's I guess that is a joke, but I mean it sounds somewhat of a logical, maybe folk story for why it came out that way. I mean we have push, we don't have unpush, right? So they push and pop, shift to the unshift. It sounds like why it came up like that. Be an interesting little folklore for sure. I believe it. I would believe it. So slice to index split thingy 0. I'm writing this parser a little obtuse, but I'm happy with it. Okay, it's a little much. It's not doing what I want. So ZN and then D. Ah, because there's no value there. Okay, yeah, so looking at my actual raw crates or raw stack, it's more readable. There we go. So for stack 1, we should have ZN. So we have ZN, and then we kind of ran out of stuff, so we got confused. I can imagine universally, yeah, it's they just made it was going by the seat of their pants, weren't they? Okay, so if I check at index -1, if there's no opening brace, then I don't do this. If line index -1 triple equals opening brace, then I do this. Ooh, okay, you went to the full-on input. Let's not do that. I like reading my output. Thank you very much. This is going to run part 2. Again, I like reading my output. Thank you very much. But I think it's working. So yeah, stack 1 is ZN, MCD, and P. So yeah, this is my little stack parser. And then all this kind of works as itself, but we're gonna be cool. It works, yeah. It's like, why is the code ran off? Because it's working. Is 9001. That's hey, it's I'm as the documentation defines. The 9001 behaves differently than the crate mover 9000. So I am simply conforming to the specification and the naming scheme of the client in question. Do not. But yeah, talking about elves and stuff in such a serious manner. It's what's it called? A dichotomy, right? It's not uncanny. I can't remember the word, but it's a contrast. It's not ironic, but it's one of those things. But it works. This is just begging to be regex. I know people don't love regex, but that's why my old version of code is there. So if you don't want to see the regex, look at old code. I'm a regex this. Match all. Oh, thank you, Copilot. No, that's wrong, Copilot. Do not thank you, Copilot. Solve one. I mean, hey, if you look at my original code, let me reopen it again. I think I have it on an old tab, actually. I also had Solve 1 and Solve 2, where Solve 2 is literally a copy of Solve 1. That's how it usually comes out. So, Solve 1 looks like that. Solve 2 looks the same, minus 4 lines. So yeah, definitely in the moment, easier just copy, but now that we're in the refactor, it's definitely something that can be a little polished up. Move backslash. Oh, thank you, Copilot. From D to D globally. How do we pull these out? Let's look at instruction. Thank you, instruction. Come on, you. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. 1 is... Actually, let's just put this into an array. How'd I do that? Underscore dot 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 things or instruction. Come on. Oh, I'm spreading an object too. How's that gonna work? Oh. Oh, that's terrifying. Try it with the array. It's a weird thing. It's an object array. 1, 2, 1. BEA. Beautiful. Is there a way to like just grab me the matches? No, it's an iterator. Yeah, because it's weird that like the regex match array is an array with properties. Violates everything my brain thinks about it, but It's what it is. And we do want to get rid of the first. Yeah, because that's the match. And then from here, we will map, destructure, and numerify. That's... You say that, but in the moment, I thought that was the quickest way to do it because I was copying the lines vertically. But despite what you're saying, that like your way was slower, I don't think it was because like I was doing it super manually. But now that I'm thinking about it, if I go 8 colon GDCZFTQM, it took me less than 5 seconds. It's so much quicker to manually type it out. Oh, you also meant that part stack there. Yeah. I thought about doing that. Wow. Move it all over. Yeah. Where is it? Because essentially you're grabbing all of the things and pushing them over as existing. So I did initially think, oh, I would do a slice and slice so many out. But then that involved math. And I was like, can I avoid math? I mean, yeah, it's recency bias for sure. I mean, even if you didn't do the spread operator, it would have been just like what you did. Wow. That's not too bad, you know? It's not too bad if you're wow. That's actually what I would have done for a while loop, yeah. Except I just spread operator. Only spent you an extra probably 15 seconds on it. And there is my count origin and destination. We're gonna name destination cool, origin cool. And there it goes. For sure, yep, that's what I was like. Slice, please no. Although on the refactor, I will give her a shot. I'd be real bad, yeah. Put a for loop on a one-lined if statement. No one can stop me. I don't think this gets much more efficient, though. Yeah, it's not going to get any better. I suppose the only conditional here is reversal, and... yeah, I could squish it into one, but I'm going to look at a slice now that I'm here. Oh, I can turn this back on. There we go. Turn this back on, too. No, let's not turn that on, because I'm about to get flooded in output. But this, now that I'm getting close to the end, the visualization of this, I will definitely be pulling out ncurses or blessed. I might even go HTML for this visualization. It would look freaking beautiful. I mean, I don't think I'll go D3. I might go D3, because these are basically stacked bar graphs. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it tonight, because I got yesterday's visualization to do, but you could literally make a 2D game visualization with a little cute crane coming down and moving them. It would look cool. I'm actually anticipating so many people, game engines and stuff, building visualizations off of that. I'm trying. That's my personal challenge. Last year, I was, doing different languages, all that stuff. But this year, I'm trying one visualization per problem. Day 2, I couldn't think of one, but I do have one I'm really proud of, and that's day 3. It actually demonstrates the algorithm. It goes really fast, so I haven't customized it. That's all good. No, you don't have to. So if you remember, this is the one where you have to search the second half and the first half of the same character. And that's what this cute... It's a little fast. I hope the frame rate isn't trash, so I can slow it down. But that's what it does. It searches and then shows the one that's found as green. It's not finished. I'm planning on polishing it, but this is the most complete one so far. Yeah. And then the one that crashes the computer that I completely regret doing because it doesn't actually... I don't know how to use D3. is 01. Yeah. Now this is day one. The colors of circles indicate individual elves, and the exploding of them is the summing of their calories, with the elf of the most calories written in dark green. Not exactly educative in any way whatsoever, but I was like, this is the way to visualize things day one. But I don't know, it looks cool, I guess. Spent way too much time on it because D3. If you don't know what D3 is, it's a visualization library of SVGs and stuff. It'll alert in a moment. There you go. There's the answer. So much pain. That's why I am definitely going to try to keep them simpler going forward. But yeah, the only one I didn't think of was rock, paper, scissors, because I haven't thought of anything creative just yet. Yeah. You saw toward the end there where it sped up, because it, like, broke, the code breaks halfway through, but yeah, it works. And that's why I mentioned this one. This visualization is gonna look beautiful because it's basically gonna be this, and it's gonna be like an updating terminal thing. And as they so like if it says move one from 2 to 3, this text will move over like this. Then it'll go down like this, and slowly go down. Boop. And then the next thing would play. So definitely looking forward to doing this one tomorrow, of course. But on to that slice math that we do not want to do. So if I push this many from stacks origin splice, right? So essentially I just don't do this anymore. Then it's splice. I want to take this many off the top. Splice negative count. That works last time I checked. Where's my part 2? Was that it? Was that it? I mean, it's not exploding. Wow, I was that worried about math. Let's see if it works on the big one. TBG. Oh, probably should refresh this page. Yeah, okay, I was scared of math for nothing, apparently. Splice negative amount takes that many off the end. What do you know? Which means this can be one line. Those were baddies. Yeah, I'm liking that now. Okay, this is pretty good. Decisions. I'll make this 2-line separator. Ah, yeah, P5 for sure. I've seen that, yeah. Went with D3 because I thought it would. The graphing library, I thought it would help, but yeah, I'm not creative or D3 skilled enough to use it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I've been doing this a few years, so I didn't really I could have just did what I did last year, which was like for every problem I do yesterday's problem in a new language, which I still might do, but IRL only can really devote 2 hours a night to this AOC thing, got life and all, so figured I'd give it a shot. Because I always love seeing them visualizations. Zero value index. Hey, of course, universal, yeah. Hands on the steering wheel, I suppose. Index this thing. Push, slice, split. That works. Yeah, I've been doing advent of code since 2017. I guess I've been coding in general. Wow, I have to math that. 2014, 13-ish. That would be like starting in high school, where like the elective, I had a elective for 3D modeling and animation, using the software Blender, which if you don't know, was a lets you make 3D stuff, but it's written in Python. So that was my first technological exposure. A hardware guy person before then. Technically, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose technically, because like I had messed with computers on a hardware level before that. Yeah, like old computers back when Goodwill used to sell them. So and it just I didn't know how to write anything, so there was just like an installation disk and a floppy drive, and you'd take the RAM stick out of one and you put it in another. Oh no, it don't fit. I guess it don't go there. So I guess technically I was hardware before then, but more in like any kid takes things apart, tries to put them together, not really the technical implications of it. But I know fair enough about hardware to build a computer and such. Messed with a few IoT things, got a Raspberry Pi, but software is my love. Oh, geez, yeah, I can, yeah, I've never really gotten into any other coding competitions in AOC. Like, never really in any of those security kinds or capture the flags. Did get that Google foobar thing where you get for like Googling a bunch of Python questions, I think, but that's not really a competition. But yeah, that's you definitely got a lot of experience there for sure, and yeah. Yeah, not too much into networking myself. I have a router. I got it. Yeah, get it to work. That's about it. Got routers. Got an access point. Got a mesh. That's about it. Just get it to work and stop touching it. Don't touch it. I guess I did do a Wireshark project. For and this was for a client for kind of a security project, cybersecurity thing where I would mess around with a Amazon Fire Stick to see how much could be recovered off of it. Do not speak the ancient text to me. I was there when it was written, eh, Lee? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, the furthest I went back as far as technology was using jQuery and PHP. I thought PHP was the way to build websites, so I started off on that, five of all things, and jQuery. So that's as far back as my experience goes. Built my first front end site with jQuery. And then all React came along and all them cool hip stuff. The saviors of the web. Mmm. Yeah, different time, different time, yeah. People made their bets, and some people are wrong, some people are right. For sure, yeah. Record, string. Actually, we shouldn't use a record for this. We're gonna be bad. We're gonna use a record. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't really blame him too badly for thinking like they had seen what they'd seen. You can't really predict the future, but at a certain point, you gotta be like, wait a minute, something's happening over here. Can't blind your eyes to it. Oh, these are strings, not numbers. There we go. That looks happy. I could imagine, yeah. Mm-hmm. Values map. It's not any. There we go. Nah, everything's a microservice now, and all those microservices are serverless. They're in the cloud, owned by some other person. Nothing's really owned by you. They're all JavaScript microservices. It's the future, folks. I can imagine their reaction for sure. Can I go really bad? Let's go really bad. Yeah. Count, origin, destiny. I need all three of them. There we go. That's a nice little trick. I like that. New line. And yeah, I'd say this is as polished as I care to get it. Bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, well, I've been employed various things. So it's like I mentioned, it started off in high school and then went to Java to make Minecraft mods and plugins and other things like that. And then as it was high school was going on, I started tutoring my classmates because they had money and they needed knowledge, and I had knowledge and I wanted money. So it went started off there. Then I was like, well, I could probably make more money. I get a degree in this. One semester of computer science later, boom, the pandemic hit. So that put brakes on that after the whole dominoes of life settled, and it's like, okay, time to get back on the grind. And the scholarship was like, haha, we're not here anymore, so you're paying full price for college. And that did not look attractive anymore without no scholarship backing me up. So I was like, okay, what other options are there? And I eventually found 100 devs. So yeah, man, my not been full time software engineer or dev yet, but it's been freelance tutoring, lots of educational mostly, but then kind of Upwork style jobs off Reddit and other places like that. Data scraping, full stack apps, Discord bots, jack of many trades mostly. A lot of data scraping to be honest. But a fair amount of full stack apps. Built something in Svelte for once. And the client said, because their client was also a developer, they wanted in Svelte. So I was like, okay, as long as the transactions arrive in my PayPal, I'll write it in whatever you want. So that's how I learned Svelte. Yeah, exactly. That's why it seems like, wow, you know so much, Rascal. It's like I just know a little of everything. And that is kind of where my love of data scraping and automation came from. Lots of jobs for it. I think this is good. Mm, mm, mm. There we go. Oh, what do they call that? They call it like a Smurf account, right? That's when the you go in with a fake account. It's like, oh, I'm new here. Da 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 da. Nah, I don't think I'd have enough time to do that. Nah, but I'd have a life to live. No, for sure. Whoa, dude, it is like I love solving problems. I imagine there's gonna be a lot of us here love solving problems. We also love money too. There ain't no if and no buts about that. But solving a problem is always fun. And whoa, dude, it's a little bit of a competitive problem. It's you versus whatever you're scraping. Maybe it's collaborative, but it's usually versus. And it's like, okay, how am I going to get what I want? And it's not always scraping. Sometimes it's using an API to get what you want or automating something. But it's always a fun kind of competitiveness against the system, whatever it is. That's why I know my Selenium Puppeteer automation a bit, because sometimes you gotta use that. Sometimes I've built, like, I didn't have access to it, so I had to build a Chrome extension that would do the scraping for me. And since they didn't want to give me the logins for whatever, I'm like, okay, as long as you're paying extra for my time to sit through this, sure. And they sent me the screenshots of the DOM, and I was like, okay, try it now, and it worked. What was my log? It's a fun challenge for sure. Demise 2022. You're five. Of that strip. There we go. Da 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 da. Yeah, so this lovely, love this problem. Gonna go through it one more time. Just so I can. Oh, stop, Quaka. Just to have it on the books of what incarnation we are doing. Let's maybe do it readable. Okay, let's make this readable just for the visualization. Part. All my one-liners. Oh no. Okay, I think that's. I'll put this on a new line. Because I got a future. Use my brain to see how this is gonna look before I get there with all the white space that gets added. Da-da-da-da. Boop, boop, ba-da-ba-boo. Okay, that's readable enough. Let's jump right into it. Come on, JavaScript. Oh, this is this is the time where my TypeScript says you've written so bad code. So let's get to 05. Might add that. Let's add this the solution. Okay, stop, Mr. Debugger. Okay, object is partially undefined. Let's start there, I guess. 13, raw indexes. Raw creates shift. Yeah, that's right. Object is possible undefined. Index. Index is never undefined. Don't worry about it. How do you think it's undefined? Weirdo. It's a match all. Since when does match all not spit out an index? Questioning reality over here. Don't mind me. Oh, the index is optional. Well, what do you know? Okay, I just want you to, I'm here for the visualization, please. Give, thank you. I just want to make pretty data. Okay, one more. Pop is sometimes undefined. Of course. Doesn't pop. Again, surprised my TS config is so butchered. Although I'm happy because I can run my Quokka. So it's a feature, not a bug. There we go. Okay, now we can hit debug time. No. Okay, yeah, we made it. It's just going down here. Whatever. Okay, let's see. So first we have our our raw stack, and our raw instructions. So we take our data string in its entirety, and we split it by the double new line, which in human terms is basically a blank new line. It splits it by specifically these two characters that aren't really that wide, but they're there. So we split it by the double new line. That gives us the raw stack, which is the top half. The raw instructions, that is the bottom half. Oh, turn that back on. Then we start creating our stacks, which we step on through here. And we get raw crates, which is all of the lines. And then we basically remove the first of it. Doggone, I went too far. Too far. There you go. So you see raw crates is initially an array of 4 with 1, 2, 3 as the first because we split by new line and reverse. So raw stack. Notice the new lines. D, N, C. And then it ends with 1, 2, 3. We split by the new lines and then we reverse that string. Then we shift the first one out to get raw indexes, which is 1, 2, 3. Removes the first from that array. And then we get into here. Let's pull out the index, value, and jump right onto there, I suppose. So we match all the digit characters. So first has a value of 1 from this string right here. And at the string, it is at the index 1. That's important for reading the other lines. Which then we check that for every line in raw crates, which are all the lines we have in reverse, mind you. So Z is the bottom of the stack, N is the top of the stack, for example. We first go on the first line, Z, we check if the character before the index, aka the index is 1, right here, so the character before it is a open bracket. We make sure it's an open bracket, because that means that's the beginning of the crate. If it is, though, we take the line and we slice up to that index. So we basically get rid of the left wall of the crate, if you were. Then we split to all right walls of the crate, which, as you see, spits out an array with the first value being whatever's in the crate, and then there's a bunch of other stuff. We don't care about the other stuff, so we get the 0th from this array, which is the letter Z. We go through this a few more times. We're on the next one, which is NC, which it does have a value, and then we're on the last line of raw crates, which is not going to have a value. So you see index -1 is an empty space, not equal. One moment. Oh, freaking highlight's not showing up. Which is false. It's not equal to an open brace, so we don't do that. And then our new index is 5. You can see open braces there. MP pulls out the M. That's the M character. You can see it's starting at this bit, slicing from here forward, getting rid of that half of the string. So that's an opening one, that's good. C is an opening, it's good. Here's the arrays again down here. D, still good, so pull out D from its crate. And finally, we're on the last one, index of 9. It's the index of 3 in this labeling string, I suppose, which any moment VS Code is abandoned us. We are on our own. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it manually, you darn you. Show hover. There we go. Nope. Okay, VS Code has abandoned us, but it pulls out the P, and then it doesn't have any more crates to unpack. Ooh, this would be cool. Just found an optimization. If it's not an opening crate, then we can break early. There we go. So, if line index -1, this is why you go through your solutions, folks. You might think of another way. Not equal opening crate, because we don't need to search the entire sky if there are no more crates. There won't be any empty... There's no floating crates, basically. Boop. Boop. And yeah, let's reload this because formatting just died. Dedent all of this. There we go. That works. Hey, it was pretty good, Cellnex. It was pretty good. The parsing, I admit, I cheated. I didn't do the parsing. So this thing here, I did not initially do it. I took an admittedly long way of manually hard-coding them out. So I was like, stack 8 is an array containing, and then I did this. Oh, okay, I just broke it. But I did multi-cursor selections to put it in an array, surround these with quotes, and it was painfully tedious. Yeah, Universal Lee also did that as a string. In hindsight, I should have done that. Like, look how quickly this is. G, D, C, Z, F, T, Q, M. That was so much quicker. I wasted like 6 minutes typing it out the long way. Yeah, see, I told you Universal Lee. That's the way to do it. They see Sudo Mateo, that's the way. My brain was just like, I have to use multi-cursor magic. This is the only way to get it out. If only there was a better way. It happens, you know. Yeah, well, I think everyone cheated on parsing. I got the parsing working now, though. Just going through the walkthrough. Exactly, that's why most of us cheated for it. We could cheat for it. Exactly. My small brain was just like, hey, this is the only way. But yeah, I'm glad you got it done, Suna Mateo. Guess I'm not raiding you then. Yeah, I already got the optimization. Just gonna just walking through it now. Walk through the parser, which, spoiler alert, basically I took the string, I got the indexes, and I was like, okay, all the boxes at this index, give me your values. All good, Tuna Mateo. Yeah, it's a not. It wasn't that painful, but I am very curious to see how others did the parsing for sure. Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it for sure, Fitz. Yeah, and then after all of that, yeah, this isn't my initial solution though. For those, I will show my shame. It's all on GitHub, folks. Here it is, my shame. Then I reversed it 'cause the order I was typing it in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking the Reddit out for sure. See what them top solutions are. Let me jump to finish this go through though. Yeah, so we have the instruction map, count, well, origin, destination is 9,000 to the destination, pushing up. Come on, all the highlights, do your thing. Okay, I can't highlight a splice. I can highlight a slice though. I think a slice is effectively the same. Hopefully, we're about to find out. Refresh. Come on, you. There we go. So, yeah, we then did a little regex. I didn't do regex initially. I was just doing splits and stuff, but I'd say why not do a regex? Cover all this lovely numbers. Oh, I should put it on that line. Oh, turn my debugger back on. I'm blind. Oh, that's also missing. There we go. Yeah, we can see from the destination stack, we got ZN, as we are not 9,000. We're gonna go through the count. Spit out I there. I less than count there. There we go, it looks like something. And we're gonna move D to the top one, so ZND is what's gonna happen. Boop, there it went. I is no longer, because count was 1, so we're done, and we do it again. Let's see, I think all these are going to be pretty simple. Let me find a 2 example. There you go, count 3. So moving from ZND to P, it's going to be PDNZ. As you see, we pop from that, we get D, push it to P. Oh, what's that refresh about? Extension shouldn't do that. But now N's going to be at it, so PDN. Okay, I guess computer was just like, we're going to take a break. And then popping again from stacks origin and pushing that result to the destination, PDNZ. Unfortunately, they never accessed it again, so we didn't do another pop which exploded anything. Glad to hear that. And yeah, I don't think there's anything interesting from that point. Jump to the, nope, I said jump. The last part, which is, I guess we can look at stacks. Yeah, all these things, go through each stack. Yeah, so values takes your lovely stack and turns into a bunch of arrays that we can't look at. There it is, there it is. Then for each individual stack, we grab the last letter. which turns it into an array of CMZ, as stacks is CMZ, the last value of every array. And then join, of course, joins that array of CMZ into an array of one string. And then for that, the next interesting part, the last part to be honest, is the Crane Mover 2000. What do they call it? Crane Mover 9001. Yeah. Where it pushes. So where's count? Count is 1. So I'm using slice here as the viz, but splice does the same, just mutative, where it yoinks all of the last n elements, aka d, and it pushes all of them using the spread operator to the destination. So it's going to go from zn to znd. Ah, that's painful. That's hard to watch. I'm supposed to watch that. Huh. Okay, RIP VS Code. I can find it. There you go. We can show it there. Or show. Oh, I have to. I didn't realize I had. Painful. Much pain. There we go. So we'll show it this time. There we go. We're pulling out 3. So it's going to take Z, N, and D, as you can see, in this order. So that's the difference, that they're staying in this order instead of being P, D, Z, N. It's going to be P, Z, N, D. So it's going to take all 3 of them. The splice will mutate, so remove the last 3 and add it to stack's destination, where destination is 3. So stack's 3. You'll have to watch over here as it moves. Dagnabbit. Okay, it moved a little bit more, but you can see it went from P to B, Z, and D instead of D and Z. And that, yeah, there's no more to see. That is it. With that, let me undo all these, because we're done here. I do have that one optimization, so I will keep that for keepsake. And zoom back. I'll zoom forward a little bit. A little more. And then we'll check out the Reddit, see how the super parsers figured this out. Not this break. Goodbye. Goodbye this if statement. Goodbye. Make sure this thing still works. Make sure Quokka still works. The only one that matters. There we go, still works. Let's re-optimize that. Like that is. Nope, don't do whatever that is. 2 day 05. TypeScript solution. Just committed everything. I love that. Yeah, I don't want to add everything in my repo. And let's make an amend out of this. There we go. Now we can check out the Reddit. No, that's not how subreddits work. There we... Dave, only 145. Not too many this one for that parser. Hard-coded. There we go. Ruby 3.2. Man. Yep. I can see that going that way. Messed up the input. That sucks. There we go. Okay, if everyone just made normal stacks, hard-coded it. They even went the longer route there. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good memes, pretty cool visualizations. It's a community. Oh, see, there they are. Hard coded it. I could have wrote in cargo. Yeah. Oh my goodness, someone went with regex. I feel sad for the soul. Yeah. Loaded with lists. Looks like everyone who didn't hard code it. Yeah, everyone hard code. Okay, that's scary. Scary. Input parsing. Yep. Let's see. There you go. Everyone fought it. Ooh, yeah. Double-ended Qs. Oh my goodness, the aliens are here. How did the aliens? Weird aliens. Yeah, I'm curious to see what the first one. Just a quick preview. Yeah, that's where I'm inspired by it. Yep, they manually typed it in. Yeah, so that was the best way to do it. So there you go, Universally, you got it. What is A the APLs? They are, so they call them, I don't know, they say there's something else. Wait, where is it? Oh, APL. I don't know who wrote codes in this for, honestly. It's called an Apple programming language, but I call it an alien programming language. I even read the page. I barely understood this thing. Like, it's an APL based development environment. It's like, there are people out there, they are having the time of their lives. Hey, it's not as readable as Excel. I mean, there's got to be someone in a video doing this. But yeah, people are coding in this somehow. Like, I don't know. For sure, that was literally my logic. I'm not gonna spend the time writing the parser. It's gonna be shorter just to get the top thing and all. Literally my logic. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a fun one to visualize. But we got yesterday's to visualize, so we're not gonna spend 20 years on this. We're just looking to make a little bit of progress on this. So for those who don't remember, part 4 was to visualize overlapping things, and I technically did. So we have the range of the longest range. We got blue for indicating one grouping, green for another. But there's a few edge cases not working, like when they overlap on a literal edge, and then I have a weird length thing. So looking forward to making this work a little better. So my vision for this is essentially to make this actually animated. So I'm gonna have the actual text 0 pi. Let me just write it out actually. So take this one for example. We have this text here, but what we're really gonna have is like whatever the number is, 04955, 0698, and it will slowly draw the range. So it'll take its time at whatever delay it's going to be calculated at. So it will highlight what part it's drawing. So once it starts the beginning, 0455 is in like green or yellow or something. Then it will go onto this one, and then it will just kind of color it in somewhat sequentially. That's going to be the fun part. Because I already got these edge cases that are not working because Colors.js does not allow overrides like this. So the way I'm going to do it is create a dictionary of overlaps. So const counts equals new map. And then it's going to be counts.setI Well, it's also going to be based on the index. So, interesting. Yeah, so this is the very bad code we got last time working. Gonna get this a little better though. So, less than or equal to, starting at the 0. So, if I triple equals 0, cars I equals an opening brace like this, but not color. We're not coloring anything until later. Boop, 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 boop. Otherwise, else if I triple equals the last one, which is here, cars there. And we're just doing this for overlappability. So that's gonna work there. Finally, if it's there, then that's checking for overlaps, but we're not doing that just yet. We're just setting the character, because coloring is done elsewhere. Okay, so this works perfectly, and now counts. Here we go. Counts dot get I or 0. Plus, I like doing my initial values like this. Like that. And then we're going to do the same for E2. Both the other symbols. E2 with the ups. That's how I represent the other ones. I just put them the wrong way around. So the up. Wait a minute. There we go. Directional. Horizontal, not vertical direction. I'm tracking. There we go. Lovely. Now this, and we'll just return this. Should visualize one line. Still with no colors. Lacking a few edges there. Okay, I didn't really do what I wanted. I guess we'll put some counts while we're at it. Hello, counts. Yeah, so here are all our overlaps. Wow, what example am I running on? What is E1 and E2, good sire? I don't remember them being that much of an overlap. 37, 87, 36. Oh wow, they're literally one off. Let's do a better example. How about that? How about that? Alright, this longest line is to be +1. Fix that off by 1 error. There we go. We can see it's trying. Got my edges a little off. Okay, let's figure this out. As well out of that else if while we're here. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So there are no overlaps. Our map is a bunch of ones. My opening brace, the left one, is not doing its job because it's I equals 0. I will never equal 0. It's I equal the first number. That's what we want. Now that should add our opening little symbol. There we go. Now for the overlaps. So there are 4. There are possible overlaps, I believe. So let's write them out. 2, 2. So yeah, this is great. It's actually like a real one down here. There you go. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. But let's say if we had 2, 6, 6, 8, that would mean this one would be a vertical thing. So where are the code? I had this literally yesterday though. Here they are. It's not the site box drawing characters. There they are. These are the symbols that are basically used for building terminal user interfaces and stuff. They're used because, as you see, unlike a bunch of hyphens, they don't actually have space between them, so they're pretty. You can see mine uses it here, and every other cool terminal application uses these. Zoom, we need... Which one do we need? We need vertical left, right? So we need a cross, yes? Symbol we would like. I feel like so. And just making sure this looks good in the brain. Yeah, it looks good in the brain. Okay. So that is if the end of one equals the beginning of another. Technically, that's if E1 equal or E10 equals E11 equals E20. Are any overlaps? I guess it's technically a four-way comparison. So for all four of them, if they overlap, if E10 equals E20, and that'll be the same value. If E10 equals E21, do we need to go the other way? Well, if E2, that's E10 equals E20, we need to cross-reference them. So if E10, oh, come on, 0, I know keyboards, equals E2, let's cross all our bases. Then finally, Copilot gonna write the rest of this. Thank you, good sir. So 2 by 2, I think these are all the options. Now with that, I might have to fake a range in here, because that should not change here. Good. Let's fake our 2668 here. And then we'll put in the real line, because I think that has an overlap somewhere. Lovely. That's the overlap we wanted to see. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. So now we're dealing with when one is contained in another. The ends are still great. So the ends are great. Yeah, that's right. No parsing. Manual solve. Did you try? Oh, your poor soul. Did you try to go for parsing? We gotta put a sign up on that challenge. Do not parse. Don't parse. Sanity inside. Not worth it, I say. Okay, so our logic here is we need to go through all of these and detect, hey, if the left and right, no, we need to do this directionally. So this one, if both ends are not this, then I need to be a T of whatever version I am. Ah, well, of course, universally, the old pen and paper solution. You know, there are a few, I mean, I don't think we've gotten to one that is necessarily pen and paperable yet, but you'll see some solutions eventually show up where people are just like, I did it manually, it was quicker that way. But I know last year, yeah, there were definitely a few just pen and papers. I don't think they get a leaderboard necessarily. Unless it's one of those pen and papers where, like, oh, if you've read this PhD paper, you know the math behind it. But I think most of them are just fun challenges. But there are some serious ones from last year. Okay, so logic is going to be four-way logic. So I'm going to be saying, hey, okay. If you have a left and a right that are both not this, and you're not on the edge, which is going to be another weird freaking comparison. Oh yeah, if your left is not equal to this, and your right's not equal to this, then you become a T. Okay, so if character before and after E00 is not. This is. Ooh, there we go. Thank you, Copilot. If character before is not equal and character after is not equal, then you become this. Now do it 4 more times. Thank you. Do it for E2. Yes. 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 We love it. We love it. No. No, you went the wrong way. Wait a minute. It needs to. No, it used the wrong symbol. Okay, so E10. You're supposed to be going. I literally haven't shown it the symbol. No wonder it's confused. A T junction. I mean, it's a T junction either way. So look at my T's. It's tea time, folks. Yeah, so E0, you're the bottom T. E1, you're the top T. There you go, the upside down T. Now you happy? There we go. Okay, what's up with this cross here? This is assuming there's more on left and right. So when they override, we don't cross. Go back. So this looked good on my hard-coded this example. When they override and have neighbors. Additional logic, we say. Okay, okay. If, let's do it for the first one. If character before and after. No, that's not it. Let's copy this again, because I think this is my logic. If before and after is not this, then it's a cross. And now you're going to have to do this for all of them, so it's going to be a little painful. Don't write the comment. I love you, Copilot, but don't. I'm trusting you. Blind trust never went wrong. Let's just see if it looks right. Hold on. They end on the same one. It's not doing the thing. These are the T junctions. These should be the left and right junctions. Oh, great. If 1 is 1 or 1 is 1. I did it backwards. I think I can multi-cursor this. If or this, then I use the correct junctions, which I gotta go back and find. Oh no, these are all crosses. You know what? I might not care enough at the particular moment. There we go. How'd you solve the problem? I stopped caring. The solution was not care as much. That's a lot of logging. Yeah, we need the colors now at this point. Okay, it's time to color these up. So it's basically counts. If it's 2, it's red. If it's 1, then it's green or blue, depending on which it belongs to. So for const index count of counts, I don't think I need entries. If count triple equals 2, cars I equals colors dot red cars index. Otherwise, we got to figure out if index within E1. Please give me cool code. Yeah, there we go. I'm not doing. I guess we are doing. No, the counts are always at least 1. Is who's green and blue? The fact that RGB is ordered that way, and we're just doing it this way. So you're green and you're blue. My brain is, I can't have to do it the other way. So the first one is red. The intersection is green. The last one is blue, because that's the order of RGB. So we have to do it that way. There we go. And let's see if it looks pretty. We want some pretty colors. Pretty colors, pretty colors. Pretty colors. There we go, yeah. Now, so as much as that is amazing, it's basically what we had before, just with some better symbols aside from the edges. Let's add some to-dos here. To-do handle when these are the ends of the range. Now that I've said it out loud, I think I can do it. So it's left and right. Okay, so if E1 0, if car before is, where's the dot? There's the dot. Then set to right junction. I don't have it in the board. Set to this. There we go. No, stop writing comments. No, I said sometimes Copilot's like, we're writing comments. We're not. There we go. Else, if car plus 1, no, come on, do the plus, equals, you're a dot, then do the left junction. And we gotta do this for all of them, I bet. Else T junction, and this is for 0. Okay, can Copilot write this for me? There you go, Copilot. I'm gonna just trust you did it. Keep trusting, just keep trusting. So this right one should look good right now. Oh, that was a really good thought. It's setting the offset. Whoops. Okay, let's figure if we can get this multi-cursored. Well, thank you. Again, that's, you use Copilot, you don't review your code, that's what's gonna happen. There you go, and you can see it chops off the thing there. Lovely. I like this. Okay, so this is, I think, let's get rid of some of this extra logging. To do is done. That's done. And chop this away. This should be visualizable. Okay, let's hold a moment. Look at that. Yeah, look at that green with totally within the blue. Nice. Then you got an overlap here, which looks weird as heck, but that's what it is. There you go. That's visualizing. Pretty good. Now I'd like... So right now this is doing one for each line, which is cool. I'd like it to be drawing the visualization. But I am satisfied not getting there. This one. We will have to write some characters here. So it's going to be the beginning range, comma, the ending range, and then P1 colon, P2 colon. What were the possible solutions here? Come on, Quacka. Quacka, quacka, quacka. 600. Okay, so they're both sub 1,000, basically. So now it's designing this little string. So let's get this string designed. Ranges are sub 100 though, so I can say this hyphen this comma. They didn't use spaces, so I won't use spaces. This hyphen this, and then the line P1 colon this. Again, will be padded. P2 colon. I hope there's enough real estate on most terminals, but if not, that sucks. And then here goes the line. which is cars. Join. Now, I had to add a few things here, but I don't think I'll need to do that because that was due to an off by one error. Now, for all the fun stuff, so E1 0 pad or to string pad start needs to be 2 with zeros. I'm gonna copy this because we're about to do this a whole bunch of times, so much times. We're turning on word wrap. E1 1 pad string pad, E2 0 string pad. I know there's probably some better way, but it works. And finally, part 1 to string pad. This is going to be 4 digits because long. Part 2 to string pad, 4 digits. We need to actually solve the problem in this visualization code because we haven't been actually solving anything. So let's make those part 1s and part 2s. I think they live outside here. Part 1 equals 0. Part 2 equals 0. What was the problem? I think it's number of total overlaps versus number of partials. So this is if is total part 1 plus equal as a number. Thank you. And this is a partial overlap. Part 2 plus equal plus ka-chow. Ooh, so many long lines. Okay, let's see how badly this wraps, because that's my number one concern. I think I got enough space, actually. Oh, missing a new line character somewhere around here. I mean, that's a lot of... Whoa, what's up with part 2? Oh, it's the new line I'm missing. Boop. Now, all this should be padded and stuff, so it should be the exact same width. Hey, look at that. Yeah, look at these counts. They're going. Oh, I should totally be highlighting this. Oh, yeah, so highlighting these numbers will be the cool next thing. So, for example, the blue 44, 98, 40. Well, I'm not outputting the right numbers. E1 0, E1 1, E2 0. I was like, wait a minute, that's not how math works. E2 1. There we go. 3787. That should be in blue. 3687. That should be in green. Could be really fancy, and since there are X amount of characters here, highlight percentage wise whichever is closest to. So this one would be 3 green. Bang, about to do that live. I think visualizing the colors enough will indicate which is which. So colors dot red. Yep, this line wasn't long enough. I mean, technically, I guess I'm not doing the hyphen. That sounds like effort. Red and then blue. Well, that's not where I wanted. There we go. So at least they're somewhat distinguishable. And here comes the next part. We're gonna... So the overlaps will have their individuals colored as such. And the completion, the complete, whatever you call it, withins will have another color. So we can do more colors. More colors! Okay, so this is going to be up here. I've manually added it, but we're about to logically add it. Const is within plus is within, costs are overlapping. Well, I missed some. I missed a lot. Cost is... I don't trust whoever that is. Yeah, that was wrong. I need an equal sign. Well, there we go. So is within and is overlapping. Now here comes the fun part, determining which is within. Overlapping, I think I can handle. Let E1C equals colors dot red. Let E1S E1 E equals colors red, and same for E2. There we go. Start and end. Now the fun part. If there is overlap, now are these always ordered from smallest to largest? I just make that assumption. Oh, nope, I made that assumption. Yeah, look at this one here. The first one is technically on the right of the screen. So, I have the option of reordering the numbers, or reordering the colors. So they technically appear in the wrong order now. It's blue, green. You messed up my RGB order, guys. So now it's BGR. It's not cool. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna reorder these. I feel like. Yeah, the way we're gonna order it, it's gonna be a painful reordering. Let's just do the coloring. If is within, if E1 is within E2, there we go. Then, oh, thank you, Copilot. E2 is within E1. Okay, great. So if E1's the one inside, then it's green. If E2, then it's perfect. That'd be maybe another way I could visualize this. I want to see the input, but yeah. It would be something like 08-63-64-65, and each one would be colored accordingly, like the ASCII. Yeah, too many different variations. At least this should work for overlapping. Else, if is overlapping, this should just be the ends. Ooh, not yellow. So it's the end of E1. E1 E equals not yellow. That's red. Or it's green. And then start to is green. There we go. Let's see if those colors somewhat match up, order notwithstanding. Great, nothing absolutely happened because I didn't use them. Yeah, colors red. E1S, E1E, E2S, and E2E. The best naming scheme this side. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, this is pleasing to my eyes. Yeah, look at all the colors. There we go. Let's take a quick gander. Look at that. Yep. So when the middle overlaps, it does that. When the left is contained, it's doing that. Yeah, and they always seem to be in the order as on the diagram, except for these ones, which are full containments. So reordering the numbers and ASCII representing full containments. Possibilities. Not doing so because I think the actual drawing of this would be cool, or at least a part 2 of this. So to do reorder inputs based on first, to do option for live drawing of the line. Now that I'm all the way here, let's see if we can get rid of these hyphens, because they look cool, but now with a lot of clutter, I don't think they look cool anymore. Replace, oh great, regex global with spaces. It's an option. How many lines are in here? Oh, 1,000. Not too bad. Oh, broke it. Actually, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it just formats it differently. I think one of them needs to get to 600. Oh, look at that little range. The littlest range that could is completely contained in the other one. So yeah, lots of cool different ways to do this. Oh, it's so tempting. I can see it in my head already how I would do this because I'm already building accounts. I would iterate through that counts in the... I basically build a queue of all the changes. Although, when do these enter the change queue? I guess these enter the change queue literally at the end. No, they enter the change queue as they're hit. So all of this conditional is checked every loop. Yeah, we ain't about to do that right now. I think they're both below 1,000, so we're nearing the end real shortly. Super short. There we go. Are there any without any overlap at all? Oh, there's technically an overlap here. What the heck? Yeah, okay. I mean, the thing counted up, so my visualization... Red, green. It is painting it as green. Never mind. Ah, my brain. It's because it's fully contained in the other one. Right, right. Okay. Yeah, the reordering of these numbers would definitely help. Maybe a signal indicating this was increased or not. Yeah, that might help too. Okay, another to do. To do. Add flag to P1, P2 to show change. And finally, the last little bit here. We're going to see what it looks like on one lamb. It'd look a lot better being animated, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep it here. This one's going to have a definite few variations. But that is pretty good progress in my book. And this one, I'm looking forward to visualizing this one tomorrow. This is going to be straight up like how most 2D games can do it. Where it's going to... This is still going to be the loop thing until we get to the Super Crane 9001, but it's going to have... At least it's going to be a magical crane lifter or whatever. I'm not going to make an actual crane, but this will go up to this position. It'll then go up to the highest position. So it'll go in the sky. It'll then animate left and right accordingly to the target. Drop down. And repeat, repeat, repeat. 500, how many? How many actual ops do I have? About 500 or so actual operations. So, just quick math on that. 8 seconds for each operation. No, that's 8 operations. That's a second. My goodness. Okay, this is gonna be a long animation. But it'll like do the first 10, then zoom, I guess. But yeah, that is gonna be a fun one tomorrow, folks. Let's see if anyone else is currently streaming. I think usually Sumito went off a little earlier than that, so if anyone got any suggestions, otherwise we will raid a fellow, preferably a fellow admin of Coder. I'm sure we can find one. There are a bunch. Software and game development. Okay, let's see. Oh, Aaron has been a while. We also got Anya Askey enjoyed. Who did we raid last time? Last time we did. Okay, they're not online. See anyone else in software and game dev? Do 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 do. Oh. This is the first time I actually looked at it during Advent of Code. Oh, a lot of people doing it. Did not realize. I mean, streaming it, that is. I'm not seeing any suggestions, so I will find one. Have they rated us? Brain is so slow. Oh, let's go. Yeah, we're ready to go, person. Yeah, I think Leona's rated them before, so I think they're cool. If not, then Mayan Wolf or Rufio, someone's definitely rated them before. The bot is dead, RIP. It's that one, you can see the command. But yeah, appreciate you all coming by. That was a pretty good Advent of Code. Got the visualization that much further along. No one did the parsing. I do not blame them. I will catch y'all next time. Hey, of course, Bo Dude. Yep, catch you next time. Appreciate y'all coming by.